Now that we understand the logic behind simple moving averages, let's move to the practical side. In the next part of this lesson, I'll show you how to implement moving average forecast in Excel step by step. Here, I have got actual demand data for 10 SKUs for 12 months from January 2025 to December 2025. In real business scenarios, datasets are typically much larger. For now, I'm using a simplified dataset so we can clearly focus on the core idea behind moving averages without getting tangled with unnecessary data complexity. We want to calculate forecast demand for the next 12 months, that is from January 2026 to December 2026. If we want to calculate it using 3-month moving average, we can do so by simply using an average formula. So I'll write in an average formula, and then I'll select the last 3 months, close the formula, and that's all. Now I'm going to copy the formula by pressing Ctrl C on the keyboard, and then I will paste the formula in rest of the cells. So the moving average for the month of January will be calculated as an average of actual demand from October to December. February will be the average from November to January, and March will be the average from December to February, and so on. One important point to be mindful of is how you treat months with zero actual sales. If a month shows zero volume, you need to decide whether zero represents a true demand or it's a data anomaly. For example, let's assume in SQ001, in the month of October, we had zero sales. If I put 0 over here, you will see that the average that gets calculated for the month of January drops down. But before including the value in moving average, you should ask why the sales were zero. If sales were zero due to a non-recurring issue, for example, if the sales for the month of October were zero because we were out of stock on this particular product in the month of October, then this means that the demand still existed, but the business could not supply because of the stockout issues. In such cases, including zero in the average would artificially pull the forecast downwards and distort the outlook. A better approach is to exclude that month from the calculation altogether. In Excel, the simplest way to do this is to leave the cell blank instead of 0. For example, here, instead of 0, if I leave the cell blank, then you will see that in the average calculation, the formula is going to calculate the average of November and December only. The average function in Excel ignores the blank cells, so the month of October will not be included in the moving average calculation. I will do Ctrl Z to go back to the original position. If we want to calculate 12-month moving average, we can simply drag the range of average formula to 12 months. For example, here, I'll drag the range to last 12 months. Then just like before, I'm going to copy this formula and drag it to other months and other products. Now the forecast for all the months is getting calculated using 12-month moving average.